What is going on, my beautiful peoples? It is Tech Tuesday time, and we're going to do a throwback old school style. We're doing a driving vlog for Tech Tuesday. Now, what we're going to talk about today for Tech Tuesday is what not to do when you reach monetization. Now, we've been talking about doing a series about this for a minute, but what we want to focus on is what not to do when you reach monetization. Because what happens is monetization is something that we all want. We start YouTube and that becomes the goal if we are doing this to generate revenue. And eventually we want YouTube to compensate us for our hard work, for our time, and for our energy. So the plan is for YouTube to compensate us. So we start with the mindset of reaching this monetization goal. Currently it's 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 family members. Sorry if my hands are ashy. I put on lotion this morning. It's almost winter time. It's getting cold. It sucks the moisture out of my hands. But it also means that it's ashy gang in the building. But of course, we're going to get some lotion when we get to the job because we can't be around here looking unprofessional and things. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. We're talking about monetization, and reaching the goal of monetization is what we want. The 4,000, the 4K and the 1K. So what happens once we hit the 4K and the 1K? Well, YouTube is actually owned by Google. And what that means is because Google owns YouTube, Google pays you. Now, the way that Google pays you is AdSense, and that's what they call it. It's Google AdSense. Now, AdSense is the website, the company that does the payment, or the department that does the payment within Google. So you have to create a Google AdSense account. Now, it is up to you whether you create that account early or at the time of receiving the notification from YouTube. When I was starting over a year ago, about a year and a half ago, what I was told in one of the videos that I watched was that it could take some time for your AdSense account to be created and verified. So it was better to go ahead and create your account ahead of time. That way, once you reach monetization, all you had to do was link this account that already has your information set up, and you can instantly begin to get paid, which is true. However, in my case, a year and a half ago, I decided to set up my Google AdSense account as a business. And the reason that I set it up as a bit, well, let me kind of backtrack. So when you create a Google AdSense account, you have two options. You have a business account type and an individual account type. Now, a year and a half ago, I decided to set mine up as a business account type because eventually I want YouTube to be a business that is generating revenue, all of the amenities that are afforded to a business, and so on and so forth. However, having ran a business before, I realized what is involved in having a business and the kind of revenue that has to come in order for those things to take place. Because you got CPAs that you're paying to do your taxes, you got other business expenses, so on and so forth, that if you're not bringing in enough revenue, like with my previous computer business, you end up spending just enough money or making just enough money to cover the business expenses, but you don't have anything left for yourself. So I know it's going to take time for YouTube to grow. So I decided after the fact that it'd be better for me to do it as an individual account. That way, as things grow, I can begin to include the revenue in with my income when I start the business and just do it that way. So that being the case, I decided I wanted to do individual. Was completely oblivious and should have checked to make sure that the account type that I set up was for individual. It's been a year. I don't remember what I did the last time. So I didn't check. And then what ended up happening was I wake up every night in the middle of the night, somewhere around 1, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. And I don't know why, but I do. And, you know, I check the YouTube stats to see how things are going. So that particular night, I got up, I checked. I saw we had gained some views from a YouTube short that dropped. And I always go and tap on the monetization. So I went, well, actually, no, at the time, there wasn't the monetization. Was there the monetization portion on the app? Yes, yeah, there was. So what happened, or maybe it wasn't, I can't remember. But anyway, I checked about monetization. And well, it had to be there because it's on my phone. Yeah, so I checked the monetization part of the app, and instead of it saying having to reach 4,000 watch hours, you're 200 hours away, 3,800 or 4,000, whatever the case may be, it said you now have the possibility of you are now invited into the YouTube partnership program. I think I've got a screenshot of it, and if I do, I'm gonna put it on the screen right now. And if I don't, pretend that I put it on the screen. But anyway, I get this notification. It's 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. I am beyond geeked. Like, I'm ready to wake up the whole house, streamers, balloons, popping champagne bottles. It is a celebration because we have reached monetization. Now, in the middle of the night, in my excitement, when I go through the steps, it says that there's already a Google AdSense account, and would I like to link it to my YouTube account? So I'm like, all right, cool. And then I'm like, well, if there's something wrong, I'll just link another one. That's my thought process. What I didn't know, and what I wanted to share with you, is that once you link a Google AdSense account to your YouTube channel, that account has to stay linked for 32 days. So what happens is you create your account. Excuse me, y'all, my allergies are killing me. So you create your account, your Google AdSense account. And when you create your account and you link it to YouTube, when you generate revenue through YouTube, that revenue isn't directly paid through YouTube. So YouTube tells you your estimated revenue for that month. But it's not until the end of the month that YouTube actually sends that generated revenue to Google for Google AdSense. So it basically sits in like a holding account for a month. And then at the end of the month, YouTube sends that revenue to Google AdSense. Then Google AdSense takes a week or two to process it. And that's why you get paid from YouTube on like the 21st or the 22nd of every month. As my YT BFF would say, Miss T with a T, when she gets her disability check. But anyway, that's when you get paid. So the thing is, you gotta make sure when you link it that you're linking it the right way, you know what you have, and that you're able to do it in a way that's gonna benefit you. Now, my big bro at African Dreaming, he made the comment on the live stream recently that it's not legal jargon, but unless you know, you don't know. And that's what's true. So, you know, I've had a lot of people help me along the way, and I'm so thankful for everybody helping me. And that's the reason why that we're actually going to drop a appreciation video for those that have made super chats and super stickers since we reached monetization. And we're going to drop that later today. It should be 5:30 p.m. is when I believe I'm going to drop it. And it's just going to be a way for me to say thank you. It's not going to be super long because we won't be able to do a after work live stream, but just a way for me to show my appreciation. So, you know, I'm thankful to so many people. Big Rooster came through, like, you know, I mean, just showing love and helping. There have been so many people that have helped. But you got to make sure that it's linked the right way, because nobody tells you that once you link it, you can't change it for 32 days. And because you can't change it for 32 days, what that means is any revenue that you generate, you can't get paid for, because Google won't transfer that revenue from an account that they can't pay out to another account. So even though I set up a second account that's now individual, I've linked that to my YouTube page or YouTube channel. I'm doing the address verification. The PIN number will come in. Everything will be set and I'll be good. The money that was generated that YouTube sends to Google for the business type AdSense account that I don't have the verification stuff I need for, I don't get that money. It just disappears into space. Which I personally think is unfair, you know, especially if there's a way to, I mean, because there's got to be some type of way to verify, even if it's just, okay, let's verify your driver's license, your address, just to make sure that it's you, and then we'll transfer it to whatever different account you need. Or better yet, allowing someone to change the account type from business to individual. Yeah, that would be even simpler. You know what I mean? So the money goes there, it sits there, it's on hold. You change your account type to individual, the hold is removed after the verification, and you still get all of your compensation. I'm just a geek. That's my little 2 cents on it. I don't know all of the things behind it that prevent it. Maybe there's some law that says you can't do that. I don't know. I just know that, you know, I mean, it kind of stinks when you work hard to create revenue and then the revenue disappears because of one wrong mouse click. I'm not salty. I'm just unsalted. So I just wanted to share my story as well as the mechanics behind this that I found out the hard way. My pops had a saying, and he used to always tell me this whenever I would do something stupid. Now, as a kid, that was often. You know, I wasn't a bad kid, but you know, I've never been the best at 100% thinking things through. You know, I'm often a prisoner of the moment, so on and so forth. So, you know, I would always do something crazy, something that didn't make sense, something that should have been done different. And when I would do something stupid, my dad would sit me down, you know what I mean? He was real big on talking. He was just real big on talking. And, you know what I mean? He would sit me down, we would talk about it. He would explain to me why I shouldn't have done it, why I should have done something different, so on and so forth. Extremely patient. And that's why I try my best to be patient with little man. But he would always tell me, he'd say, son, experience is the best teacher, but it doesn't have to be your own. And what he meant by that was, just because you're the one that is going through it doesn't mean that you can't listen to others that can tell you how to do it properly. So yes, experience is the best teacher, but I don't have to jump off of a cliff to know that I shouldn't jump off of a cliff. I can go off the experience of others that have done it and got hurt. So that's the basic premise behind it. So I'm telling you, and I'm sharing this as someone that jumped off the cliff. Don't jump off the cliff like I did. Please don't. Please. Take the time to double check and triple check everything when making these business moves, because I mean, it's a dog eat dog world out here, if you know what I'm saying. And what I mean by that is people don't care. When it comes to business, business is business. You know what I mean? I could write letters and appeal to Google about this, that, and the third, but it's a business. I got to play by their rules. I didn't play by their rules, so I got penalized. I don't want you to get penalized. I want you to be able to play by the rules, to do what needs to be done so that you can receive your compensation for all your hard work as a content creator. And I just wanted to share this story because it's what happened to me. Now, it's been rectified. I changed the account, and everything is set. I'm further along in the process than I was with the last one. And you have to have your address verification, PIN numbers, all that stuff set before you can start doing things like memberships, which is the reason why we haven't rolled out memberships yet. But once this is done and everything is verified, then I'll be in good shape to be able to go ahead and do the memberships and move forward, so on and so forth. So I just wanted to share these things with you. I want you to be able to be successful as content creators. You're working so hard. You're doing amazing work. I am personally proud of you. To see you doing things the way you're doing makes me happy. So I just want to say, keep it up. You got this. You are amazing. You can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish because you're amazing. Don't do what I did. Do things the right way. Read up on the guidelines. It's going to help you in this matter with YouTube and in everything moving forward. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the couple stories here or there that we tried to sprinkle in. And as we always say, stay strong, stay positive, stay active. Geek Squad! GoPro, stop recording.